Hey guys, this is Metallagamer here, bringing you my weekly Game of Thrones segment. It's been a very long 2 weeks. I've been waiting for this episode for a while. The episode is titled The Viper and the Mountain. So, just by the title name, I'm sure you all know what was going to happen this episode, or at least a slight idea of what was going to happen. By the way, spoiler alert, as always, I'm going to be talking about the latest episode of Game of Thrones. So, if you haven't seen it yet, you might not want to watch this. If you don't care about spoilers, then you're in the right place. So, I want to talk about the fight, but that was near the end of the episode, so I'm going to wait until the end of my segment. I'm going to go in a little bit more of a chronological order, I guess. So, I'm going to start off with Reek, aka Theon Greyjoy, now really working under Ramsay Snow and doing his bidding. This has proved to be brutal because Ramsay convinced now Reek that he's going to play the role of Theon Greyjoy to allow them to invade into towns and into camps and whatnot so they can do what they need to do and murder everybody. So using Theon Greyjoy to their advantage with all of the prior knowledge that he had, but now working for Ramsay is a whole different thing. And now because of Ramsay showing what he can really do, he has now been dubbed a Bolton. He now has the Bolton name and is no longer a bastard child. And I was talking with my brother-in-law, and we were kind of discussing how hopefully Ramsay doesn't start being nice to Theon, because then it will allow Theon to maybe snap out of it. We'll see how that goes. And then there's the quote-unquote suicide of Lysa Arryn. Sansa even took Lord Baelish's side when it came down to speaking in front of a council about why Lysa went down the moon door. And she took his side and said, okay, yeah, she killed herself. She jumped down on her own and it was all her. So that was interesting. Like, I had a feeling that she would give him up, but she didn't. She went along with it and is for some reason sticking by Littlefinger's side, even though she seems to have an idea of what his intentions are. And then one of the most hurtful portions of the episode was the pardoning of Jorah. How they discovered that Jorah was initially a spy for Tywin to spy on Daenerys, and spied on her all the way up past the murder of her brother by Khal Drogo. So he's been spying for a while, and she, without question, just said, "You're done. You're out of here." So Jorah going from friend-zoned so hard to being completely forsaken by Daenerys' group was hard, and I did not expect that to happen. Okay, so we've covered the big events except for the last one. The final event of the episode was the Mountain versus Prince Oberyn. And I gotta say, Prince Oberyn was very impressive in the way he fought. He did at least 20 flips throughout the fight and was still kicking the shit out of the Mountain. Stabbed him a few times, and then you kind of notice as the fight was going on, he wasn't in it to win the fight as much as he was in it to make the Mountain say that he was wrong, and say that he raped his sister, and say that he killed her children. That was the whole thing, is he wanted to win. He wanted to hear him admit that he destroyed his family, which was his big mistake, because first off, dude, you're fighting with a spear. You should not be standing this close to a guy as big as the Mountain. The guy is twice as large as Prince Oberyn, and then of course the Mountain grabs Oberyn, throws him to the ground, and as he gouges his eyeballs out, tells him, "Oh yeah, I killed your sister, I raped her, and I killed her children," and then proceeds to make Oberyn's head explode like a fucking watermelon under a gigantic hammer. And this hurt me. George R.R. Martin has shown that you cannot get attached to any of these characters, because Oberyn has been one of the first characters I've really warmed up to and cared about since Ned Stark. He's one of the first characters that I've cared about enough to say that he's my favorite character. And of course now he's gone, so this was not okay, and he just died in a horrific way. And I mean, shit, hopefully it was worth it for him to hear the Mountain say that he raped his sister and killed her children, because he damn well got to hear it before he fucking died. So we are only left with 2 episodes, not much longer left of the season, and I'm sure we still have plenty of stuff going on. Anyways, guys, that's my rant for today. I hope you guys enjoy my Game of Thrones segments. Like I said, we've only got 2 episodes left, not much longer, so we'll be seeing you next week. Stay fucking metal, guys, and we will see you next time.